Welcome to the Sicilian Art Museum, kids. The first painting we have here is called The Burial of St. Lucy. This was painted by the Italian artist Caravaggio in 1608. In this picture, Lucy is being dragged to a brothel because she offered all her chastity to Christ. However, miraculously, they could not move her from her spot, so they killed her right then and there, and a church was made in her honor. Next painting. Alright guys, the next painting we have here is a Triumph of Death. Here, this was a fresco painted in 1446 with the author unknown, and it's one of the most representative works of the late Gothic paintings of Italy. In this picture, death is coming on a skeletal horse, killing all people, whether they want to be killed or not. Next, art. Guys, this is the Sicilian Baroque. It's one of the most distinctive forms of architecture which evolved in Sicily, and it's recognizable by its curves and flourishes. It's one of Sicily's most famous forms of architecture, and it's still famous to this day. Thank you guys for coming to the art gallery.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Sicilian Eats. Today we're going to be making a delicious Sicilian pizza. With a lightly oiled pan, we're going to start by spreading the dough into a square shape. Now we're going to lightly brush some olive oil onto the dough. Now we're going to ladle the marinara sauce onto the pizza and leave a 1/2 inch margin around the edges. With the sauce on the pizza, now we're going to finely slice some fresh basil to top on the pizza. Now, we sprinkle the fresh basil evenly across the pizza. Now, we're going to sprinkle some fresh mozzarella on top as a final topping before baking. Now, we're going to place the pizza into an oven set to 450 degrees and cook until the cheese is melted and the crust is crispy and brown. And we're done.
Now we will be making some delicious Sicilian cannoli for dessert. First, we put 4 cups of whole milk ricotta cheese into a mixing bowl. Now we will add 3/4 of a cup of confectioner sugar to the mixing bowl. Now we will add a dash of cinnamon and mix. Now we will put the mixture into a piping bag. Next, we pipe it into the cannoli shells. Now that we have filled the cannoli shells, we will dip the ends in chocolate chips. And the cannoli are done. Sicilian culture. In the island of Sicily, Italian is the main language spoken, but in several parts, Sicilian words are thrown in. The Sicilian language is a mix of Arabic, Hebrew, Byzantine, and Norman roots. In Sicily, they are mainly known for their produce and seafood. In dishes, they often use lamb, pork, and horse meat instead of beef. There are clusters of dormant and active volcanoes in and around the Sicilian island. Sicilian culture has been impacted by many different peoples in different times, such as the Phoenicians, Greeks, Arabs, Normans, Romans, British, and French people. This is a traditional Sicilian women's toga.
Acestes was the king of Segesta and welcomed Aeneas and his men as they arrived in Sicily. Gaius was a Trojan and companion of Aeneas. Menoetes was the helmsman of Gaius. Cloanthus was a Trojan chief and also a companion of Aeneas. Varus was an arrogant young Trojan boxer who won the boxing fight against Entellus during the funeral games only because of his younger age. Entellus was a former boxer, much older than Darius, who lost the boxing match and killed a bull to show his strength. Eurylaus and Nisus were 2 young Trojan companions who competed in the foot race during the funeral games.
Sicily is an island located in the Mediterranean Sea. It is the largest island in the Mediterranean. Politically, Sicily and the smaller islands surrounding it are considered an autonomous region of Italy. The island is known for its rugged volcanic topography, history, culture, and architecture.